to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, welcome to the Accelerated Motion YouTube channel. If you guys are looking for some DIY tutorial videos, this is the place to come. So feel free to subscribe if you have not already. In today's video, we're gonna be working on my 2013 BMW E92 M3. If you guys saw in a previous video, we did an unboxing of some sound system equipment that we received from BavSound, which is a new sponsor of mine. So huge shout out to them for sending me those products. So today's video, we're gonna be starting with the amplifier and then we're gonna go from there. So let's get on to it. If you guys have not seen my unboxing video for the products from BavSound, I will put a link in the description below. But in today's video, we're gonna be starting off with the Revenant amplifier. Okay, so before we get into the install, I wanted to show you guys what exactly came in the box with the amplifier. So this is what it looks like. This is the Revenant. It's pretty small. It also came with an easy to use instruction manual. There's also some double-sided Velcro here, as well as a wiring harness, which is going to work with our OEM system. It's a plug-and-play solution, so it should make for a quick and easy install. Just a little bit about the actual amplifier itself. This is a 1300 watt output. It's a German-made amplifier, so super high quality, 3 times the output, and with fantastic sound quality. This is going to be the biggest bang for your buck, I believe, and it's going to enhance even your existing sound system. So I'm really excited to see what this sounds like with our existing speakers. So the Revenant amplifier produces 645 watts RMS and up to 1300 watts peak power output versus the 205 watts that come from the factory amplifier. So it should be quite a huge difference. The great thing about these BavSound products is the fact that it's a complete plug-and-play solution for your BMW or Mini. With the Revenant amplifier, it's already preloaded with the proper equalizer curves, and you pretty much just need to plug it in and you're good to go. Alright, so just to get an idea of what the OEM sound system sounds like, I'm going to go ahead and play a song for you guys, and then we can compare later on after we install the new amplifier. So let's see how this sounds.
I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian. Shit, cause I ain't got time for that. Pussy poppin', tell her.
Alright, so to start off, we're going to have to get to the amplifier, which is over here. If you got a BMW, it doesn't matter if it's an M3 or a 3 Series, that really doesn't matter. The amplifier is going to sit in this area over here. So what we need to do is access this. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and pull out this trunk tray, put it to the side. Next thing I'm going to do, get a couple tools here. I've got a flathead screwdriver, trim tools, and a Phillips screwdriver as well. We need to remove this entire trunk piece right here. So in order to remove this piece here, you need to get your flathead screwdriver, pop this little tab up very carefully. One there and one here. And inside of there is a Phillips. Alright, so we've got that loosened up. The screws are still sitting in here. Additionally, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 compression clips that we need to remove. So these are a little hard to get out. So this is what the clip looks like. It's just a little compression clip. So you're going to remove all 4 of those. I'm using a flathead. Okay, so once you get those 4 off, the only thing that's really holding this in is this little weather strip here. We don't need to remove this, you just kind of need to grab it from the bottom here and pull out just like that. So my screws are still in here, don't lose those. Okay, for the next part we need to remove this entire tray here, and there's a couple clips that we need to remove. There's a compression clip right here, there's one right here, one back there, and then a Torx screw back there. So same thing, you can use a trim tool if you've got one, or a flathead screwdriver. And that's the clip basically. There's two sides to it, compression fitted. One back here. So it might come out that whole way, just the whole clip like that, or it might come out with just the stem. Just don't lose the other side of it. Okay, for this one back here, you're gonna need a T40 Torx. All right, so we've got that out. Now we can go ahead and remove the entire tray. All right, we folded the seat down. Now we can go ahead and remove this entire piece here. Just kind of need to grab it and pull out. Just like that. Move it aside. Don't lose any of your clips or screws. And now we've got access to the OEM amplifier right here. Okay, for this next part, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect this OEM wiring harness. Basically, there's a little clip here that you need to push down and then slide this over. I'll show you this again when I get this out of here, but it comes right out, just like that. So the clip looks like this. Basically, this is the locked position, so there's a little clip here that you need to push, and then at the same time you need to simultaneously push this out of the way, and it will slide the entire thing out. So now that we've got that disconnected, we can move on to removing the actual amplifier. So your car might be a little bit different in terms of the brackets, but generally it's going to be the same thing. The amplifier is sitting in this little bracket holder, and for this particular car, we've got 4 8mm screws that we need to remove. So go ahead and remove those 4. One up here. I just think it's going to be easier to remove the entire bracket than trying to figure out how to get the amplifier off. So remove all 4 of these. And there's 2 down here that you can't see. Here. All right, and now this whole thing should lift out of here. Navigate it around any wires that you might have in the way, and there you go. All right, so this is what my amplifier and bracket looks like. Yours might be a little bit different, but for the M3, this is what it should look like. So the only thing that's holding this amplifier in place are these little pieces here, these metal brackets basically. Looks like it's kind of intertwined with the actual amplifier, so we just need to slide this out. Show you guys what I'm doing here. I loosened this one already. I'm just taking a flathead screwdriver, kind of propping it like that, and it should kind of pull out. So on the back side, you can see we're pulling it out. Just like that. This one's still a little bit stuck. Okay, just like that. And now this should come right off. Voila. So this is what the OEM amplifier looks like versus the Revenant. As you can tell, the Revenant's a little bit smaller, a little bit slimmer, a little bit sexier. Obviously the backside mounting brackets are going to be different. So again, the OEM one's got these little compression fitted brackets versus this one, which doesn't have anything at all. So for this, that's where the double-sided Velcro will come in handy. And also this should probably help in terms of like sound dampening, so keep it from rattling around with metal on metal. So we'll just utilize that. So on the back side, we're going to go ahead and mount a couple of these strips and reinstall. All right, so we've got our Velcro here. What I'm going to do is mount it on the actual bracket first. I'm going to put one here and basically here, just like that. And so it's double-sided sticky tape basically, so we're gonna go ahead and mount that first. Just like that. Go ahead and push this down. Make sure it's all secure. I'm going to squeeze this on here in place. So I know exactly where to put this thing. Go ahead and put this together. There. And one there. All right, so that's where we're at right now. So now we're gonna go ahead and take the back side off of the tape with Velcro, expose the tape, and with the amplifier, you want to make sure that this side with the connections is on this side of the bracket. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to connect anything. So you need to basically line this up as best you can. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I'm just going to try to get this on here nicely and neatly. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and squeeze it together and let the tape bond. All right, so there we go. It's not going anywhere. Got a little bit of overhang here, but no big deal. You're not going to see that anyway. Now we can take this back in the car and reinstall this part. All right, moving back into the trunk. Before we reinstall the bracket and the amplifier, we're going to go ahead and install the wiring harness that BavSound supplied to us. So this is going to fit with your OEM connection here. It's a plug and play. It only goes in one direction, so just look at the pins and match it all up. And it should go right in. Just like that, it'll go all the way in. And then it'll clip in place, and all you need to do is lock it at that point. Push this up, and it clips right in. Super tight connection, not going anywhere. And then we can install these after we reinstall the bracket. So go ahead and take your bracket, put this back into its spot down here. Get the wires out of the way. Line it up with your mounting holes. And you can go ahead and put your bolts back in. Okay, so we've got our bracket back into place. So now we're going to go ahead and plug these wires in from the new harness. So on the back side of the amplifier on this side, there should be a couple of connections. We'll go ahead and plug those in. This should only go in one direction here. This one big one, one little one. It has some extra slack. Push it till it snaps into place. And if you ever need to remove them, the back side of the clips here have a little release clip there. All right, now we can tuck these wires out of the way in here. Just like that. And now we're good to go there. All right, so we've got everything back into place. So I want to point out a few things. As I mentioned before, we're going to do this install in a couple different phases. So this being the first phase, we're going to see how this works with the OEM existing standard hi-fi sound system that I have in the car from BMW. So one thing to note with that is if you have the standard hi-fi like I do, there's a little control button down here on the amplifier. It's right here. So that is the control push button and status LED that you need to be aware of. And so basically, as I mentioned, this will work with your existing sound system, even if you have like a Harman Kardon sound system in your car or whatever the case may be. There is a little status LED light that will show you which tune that you're currently going to be on. So there's two different tunes with the Revenant amplifier. One of them is going to be used for your existing sound system, and one of the tunes is going to be used when you upgrade your speakers and subwoofers and all that stuff. So currently we're going to try this with the existing sound system. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the car on, not all the way on, just on accessory, just to power this amplifier up, and then we're going to make sure that the control push button is selected on the proper tune. One other thing to note here on the back of the amplifier, there's a few additional inputs and outputs that we can use for future development, but we're not going to be using those today. Okay, so we've got the car powered on to accessory. As you can see, the orange status light is on. Since we're doing this with the standard hi-fi, we need to switch this tune over to the green status. So what we need to do is hold the control button down for a few seconds till it blinks, and it should change over. And now it's green, so now we're on the proper tune. All right, now we're going to test this out, see what kind of changes there are. We're going to go ahead and play the same song. I do have the seat down currently, and everything's still apart in the back just in case we need to redo something. But let's check it out and see what we got. Promise you that. This sounds incredible. It really enhances the standard hi-fi system. The bass sounds more crisp, more precise, and I'm really excited to get the Ghost subwoofers and the Stage 1 upgrade, the speaker upgrade, into the car. So I think it's gonna be really awesome, but super excited for this. All right guys, now that we've got the amplifier in place, we can go ahead and button all this stuff back up. So you can go ahead and put all of your trunk linings and all that stuff back in. I'm actually gonna leave mine off for now because I am going to be doing a couple other videos, one with the Ghost subwoofer install as well as the Stage 1 speaker upgrade. So once I do that, I need to come back here to the amplifier and change the tune over. So it's just easier for me to leave the stuff off for now, but you guys can go ahead and reinstall your stuff if you want to. Once again, shout out and huge thanks to the guys over at BavSound. If you guys are looking for a plug-and-play solution for your BMW or your Mini, BavSound is the way to go, I promise you that. Super excited to have this in the car. I think it's really going to enhance the sound system as it is currently, so I'm going to drive around for a couple days like this and see how it goes, but be on the lookout for additional videos for the Ghost subwoofer install as well as the speaker upgrade. It should be really good. So if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns on this particular item, the Revenant, please let me know. Otherwise, we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.